Welcome, I'm Julie Geigel, International Psychic Medium, and you are watching Julie's Talk Show. And this is Mindful Mondays with the Online Spiritual Book Club. This is week 5 of our Online Spiritual Book Club, Kryon, The 12 Layers of DNA by Lee Carroll. Today we're talking about Chapter 11, the DNA grouping summary and their big secret, and Chapter 12, activating the DNA field, and a channeling held in Boulder, Colorado. So, moving right into Chapter 11. Chapter 11 talks about how they used religion to control people. And I know this is talked about a lot, especially in metaphysics, because, being one with God and connecting and communing with that spiritual source is more spirituality for many people than religion, because people have realized over time that religious organizations were really actually in place to control people. Now, you can make up your own mind there. I'm just sharing what's in the book there. It also explains that you are God and the power within you is absolute. And this is really a philosophy that's becoming more and more accepted and more discussed, that God is actually within you. And there's certainly quotes from the Bible that actually says that God is within us. And we have the same power that Jesus had said, you have the same power that I do. So cool. And then it also talks about the secret in this chapter, and talks about the 3 DNA groups of 4, each adding up to 666. So Kryon explains the DNA layers into the 3 groups, and each of these 3 groups adds up to 666, and then the group 4 adds up to 33, which means God Almighty in numerology. And the secret then is that the 666, which means that you are God. The power and divinity are actually inside our DNA, and we are pieces. I think of it as pieces of God, that I am a thumbprint of God. It also says that this information is given to help humanity create a higher vibration, eliminating fear and drama. So really the whole purpose for the book, for the information, is to help all of us ascend into higher states of consciousness. And we literally do that by raising our vibrational frequency. Absolutely. All right, so moving into Chapter 12. Activating the DNA field. This information comes from a channeling that Lee did in Kryon, or of Kryon in Boulder, Colorado. In this chapter, it says that the whole purpose for activating the DNA field is to reveal what's in your DNA. Revealing what's in your DNA is being done so that you see the magnificence of a sacred system hiding within the chemistry of the human body. And many people ask, well, how do I activate the DNA? I want to know, I want to do it right now. Well, you simply activate it through your intention. Wanting to activate it, imagining it being activated, actually activates it. Whew, how simple is that? We love it when things are simple. And then Chapter 13, beginning to activate the specific energies of DNA. They explain that as you activate the DNA, you also activate the realignment of the magnetic grid. This was fascinating for me because I channel Archangel Metatron, and Metatron talks about the grid all the time. We do this special meditation with the grid, and it's quite amazing. And so that really, for me, was like, oh my gosh, wow, this all makes so much sense why Metatron does this with us every week. DNA has magnetic components that create a human's aura. This I also found fascinating, that's where our aura comes from, is the magnetic components. And last but not least, this chapter talks about your Akashic record is current. It's not happening in the past. It's actually all happening right now. And we have access to that information, and that's what we can access right now. That's what this knowledge is all about, accessing that wisdom and insight and helping us to live a more graceful, expansive life here now today. The healing layer heals the Akash. It doesn't heal your body. So that's really fascinating. Also, when you're working with that healing layer of DNA, that you are healing dis-ease in your past, in your Akashic records, and clearing all that out. Anyway, that was my summary of chapters 11, 12, and 13. I would love to hear from you. How has religion controlled you, or how has religion enhanced your life? Is spirituality different for you or the same as religion? Now that you can mine your own Akash, what would you like to mine for? Better health, more wisdom, increased prosperity? The sky's the limit. Help us build community here by connecting with us and sharing your thoughts in our comment section below. Remember, we're giving away a free psychic reading at the end of the 6 weeks, and every time you post a comment in the comment section of our private members-only blog post, your name will go into a drawing for a free reading. Thanks so much for connecting with us in that comment section. And if you are not receiving our inspirational email messages, to stay connected, be sure to head on over to heavensenthealing.us and sign up for our free Manifesting Miracles download, and you'll get information I share only through email updates. And remember, if you keep on doing what you've always done, you'll keep on being who you've always been. Change doesn't happen unless you make a change. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week, our last week for this book on Julie's Talk Show. We'll be talking about Chapter 14, The History of DNA in the Human Race, and Chapter 15, The Great Scientific Bias, and then Chapter 16, Current Events. Thank you for liking us on Facebook and following us on Twitter.